Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another weekly dose of weird. Got your boy
L right here.
L in the building. It's your boy Scotty. You know what it is. Um, Welcome to another great podcast. Another show for the making. One of
Yes,
the great
sir.
ones.
Absolutely,
Excuse me.
absolutely. Well, we're trying at least, so absolutely.
For sure. Uh, today, today we're gonna be looking up at the stars.
Okay.
We're gonna be
In what way?
in a sense reaching for this one.
Okay.
All right. We're going to talk about little green men.
Are they confirmed green, Scotty?
That's what the masses say. Green,
Okay.
gray,
Got the grays, we got the
purple.
greens, the Nordics. We
But
got a
if
bunch
you
of different
don't know
types.
aliens, folks, aliens, and we're going to not only be talking about aliens, but a specific, unique, and dare I say, rare case here today, right here in our hometown, Texas. Okay.
Home state right here.
Big thing, right?
So what we
So,
got? What we got, Scotty?
so do you know anything about aliens? What do you know about aliens? When I say aliens and talking about aliens today, what do you think the idea would go? Flying saucers?
Well, that's the
Roswell?
common theory. But I know that you had something you wanted to talk about, so
Yeah. So most people say, okay, the Roswell sightings. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. I know there's been some recent sightings, but the most popular would be Roswell, right? Or Area 51. Right? But before Roswell, there was a very, very famous uh, article. I'll pull it up here. Happened in Aurora, Texas, 18 late 1800s. Okay, and what I'm about to show you guys is, you know, an article that states that the whole town saw this cigar-like shaped sphere crash into the ground. When they went to go retrieve it, the pilot was dead, died upon impact, and they
where did
buried
this
him.
happen at?
This happened in Aurora, Texas.
We got a map image. Can we
Yeah,
pull up let's get to pull up a link
go.
for Google Maps.
I'm
See if we
gonna
can give the
pull that
viewers at least
article
a
up.
visual reference. Just go to Google Maps and hit Aurora, Texas.
Yeah. All right, so
What are we looking at?
this is a clipped article from 1987. Uh,
18, 1897.
1897. I'm sorry, 1897.
What is that? The
It
Dallas Morning News?
Dallas Morning News recorded that sometime that morning, people saw this thing floating in the sky going. It says north. Um, it crashes. The pilot of the ship, um, was the only thing that was on the ship. They pulled him from the wreckage. He died. You know, and that's what they recorded. The whole town, when once interviewed, and it's been interviewed till this day. I think 2008 was the last time it was spoken about.
Mm-hmm.
People go to the sound of the town still till this day, stands by what happened that early morning of April 1897.
Yeah, but check out right here. It says at the bottom, the pilot's funeral will take place at noon tomorrow.
Yeah,
You know,
for
that's
for
wild.
yeah, and I think in the 70s, right? In the 70s, they wanted to dig up the they wanted to dig up the alien. They wanted to dig up the alien and examine it, but a judge ruled against it because only the next of kin can grant those wishes, and there was
Right, right, right.
it's crazy. Um, so what I got here is a small documentary. A little bit more information goes into a little bit more detail. Life in the 1800s is the entity that we're using to show this. Um, pull this up.
All right, let's check it out.
In the late 19th century, the picturesque town of Aurora, Texas, nestled among the serene Texan plains, was a tight-knit community focused on farming and ranching. However, on April 17, 1897, a remarkable event unfolded that would forever alter the town's history. The Aurora UFO incident, a captivating encounter between the townspeople and a mysterious aircraft, captured the nation's attention and left an enduring legacy of speculation and wonder. Back in 1897, the concept of extraterrestrial life sparked both skepticism and fascination. With a population of only 300 residents, Aurora stood far removed from the bustling cities, cultivating a simple and peaceful existence. Yet on that fateful day, the tranquility of Aurora would be shattered by an inexplicable phenomenon. According to historical accounts, an unusual airship, described as cigar-shaped and made of an unknown metal, crashed into the windmill owned by Judge J.S. Proctor. The impact resulted in significant damage to the windmill structure and scattered debris across the property, including fragments of the peculiar craft.
Is that the same article that you had up
I look.
from
It
earlier?
looked just like the same art, but it's crazy that you would think it would leave like a bigger indentation if it was.
I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it would just depend on the mass of whatever's
I
hitting.
mean, what that windmill had to be made out of wood, right?
Well, we don't know that.
Smallville type
We don't know
vibes.
that.
Witnesses marveled at the wreckage, noting the presence of hieroglyphic-like markings on the ship's exterior. Some eyewitnesses claimed that the pilot of the crashed airship was seen attempting to repair the damaged craft before succumbing to their injuries. This detail adds to the intrigue surrounding the incident, as it suggests that the pilot was not simply a passive passenger, but actively involved in the events. Among those who gathered at the crash site was S.E. Hayden, a local newspaper reporter. With meticulous detail, Hayden chronicled the events surrounding the Aurora UFO incident. Eyewitnesses shared their extraordinary accounts, claiming that the pilot of the airship was not of this world. Descriptions varied, with some witnesses mentioning a small-statured being, while others described a humanoid figure. According to their testimonies, the otherworldly pilot perished in the crash, and its remains were allegedly buried in the Aurora cemetery. The sensational claims surrounding the incident turned Aurora into a focal point for UFO enthusiasts, historians, and skeptics alike. News of the Aurora UFO incident spread rapidly, capturing the attention of newspapers across the country. The story gained national intrigue and fervor, sparking debates and curiosity. In the aftermath of the incident, a public meeting was convened in Aurora to discuss the peculiar occurrence. The townspeople gathered to debate the veracity of the claims. Skeptics put forth theories suggesting a possible meteorite impact or a failed experimental aircraft. However, others fervently believed in the presence of extraterrestrial life, considering the crash as undeniable proof.
So are they kind of like speculating that maybe a meteor hit and there was a person in that area that got disfigured?
That's what they. I mean, that's what he's implying. But um, there were many articles, investigations government was involved. Pieces were, um,
Like metal and aluminum style pieces, right?
right,
Okay.
and same thing, same what's it, same nature as Roswell. When Roswell happened, there was a body retrieved. That's
Hmm.
what a lot of witnesses say. A lot of artifacts were taken, and
So a lot of the pieces were recovered.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Proof of its existence. As time passed, the incident gradually faded into obscurity, becoming a forgotten fragment of history. Yet decades later, researchers and UFO enthusiasts sought to delve deeper into the Aurora UFO incident. They endeavored to locate the alleged grave of the extraterrestrial pilot in the Aurora cemetery. To their disappointment, they discovered that the grave had been disturbed and the headstone mysteriously vanished, leaving behind unanswered questions and intensifying the intrigue surrounding the incident. Despite the passage of time, the Aurora UFO incident continues to capture the imagination of Aurora's residents and visitors. It has become an integral part of the town's identity, attracting tourists and UFO enthusiasts from around the world. The incident stands as a testament to the enduring allure of the unknown and the perpetual question of whether we are truly alone in the vastness of the universe.
one of your questions was, could it been a meteor that struck someone and dismembered their body?
Yeah, like it was kind of it was just the way that they were describing it. Like
Yeah,
they felt like it was a hoax.
you had
Because
not
they said
only
the body was disfigured.
got you, but you had a judge as a witness.
Hmm.
You had one of the town's best known news reporters,
Hmm.
writers at the time, and the whole town's testimony of what they saw and what happened, what occurred. They held a memorial service,
Hmm.
um, and no one speaks of a meteor.
No, I'm just saying that's what the guy said.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I don't think that.
yeah. So, I mean, everybody tries to find some disbelief in these things, but same thing, you know, with a lot of these stories, or any alien sightings, uh, they'll cough it up to a weather balloon. You know what I mean? It was a weather balloon, or it was SpaceX testing out some new material.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But what did you get from that?
I'm just kind of going along with it right now. I'm familiar with the story, but
What about the story uh, got you? Like, is it the fact that an alien crash and you can go visit the marker,
well, I
or
think it's the fact of it happened in a small town, and to have that many people, basically the whole town know about it. That's pretty compelling. And so, what, 300 plus witnesses?
300 plus witnesses?
The whole town, basically. It's a small town.
Everybody's story is similar, you know, but it's all over the world, and we're just talking about Texas. It's not the first time
So
people
we're
have
yeah, we're just
saw.
staying in Texas,
Yeah,
right?
no, we're just staying in Texas right now, just to not jump everywhere and give so much about everything everywhere. We'll just stay right in Texas. For example, right? We have Aurora, but Aurora wasn't the first or the last sighting in Texas. There were a few more cases. I have something here. First of all, do you know about any other sightings in Texas?
I'm familiar with some, but what you got for us, Scotty?
I got one Texas resident. I want to say this happened in. It's gonna correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say Fort Arthur, Texas. A couple people. came in contact with an alien UFO sighting of some sorts,
A glowing aura.
glowing aura.
This video is pretty interesting.
Yeah, from what I've heard and what I
And
read is that
it's
he
a
did his
fact
own
of fiction
analysis.
one,
So
but
I'm
this
curious
is
to see what
they
he
weren't
said. I'm curious
able
to see how he did his research and compare to our research.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hear about that. Hey, how are you, man?
Hey,
West, nice to
Wes.
meet you.
Wes, Chrissy.
See you,
Chrissy,
man.
nice
Nice to meet you too.
Welcome. Thanks
Thank you
for
very
being
much.
here.
Oh, I'm excited to be here. I really appreciate you guys looking into this with me.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Please tell us what transpired.
My name is Wes Decker. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, and I may be a UFO experiencer. For most of my life, I have always been skeptical, but I really got interested in the UFO phenomenon when the big articles came out in the New York Times and we started seeing videos from the Navy.
We know that in some cases, these phenomena have impacted military training, have then impacted military readiness.
Oh, is that the Tic Tac video? Are we talking about the Tic Tac?
Tic Tac.
Yeah, the one that the Air Force encountered, like flying over the water.
I'm not sure. It could be a multiple of incidences that man. Was it when NASA when they go to the moon? Neil Armstrong, that crew, they were in an interview saying that they saw objects.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, but
The committee also heard from former pilots who had witnessed unidentified flying objects they claim couldn't be flown by humans.
Could a human survive those G-forces with known technology today?
No.
No, not for the acceleration rates that we observed.
Something clicked with me, and I really got interested in the whole topic of the UFO phenomenon and did research, read the books, and I became convinced that there's something going on. I also became convinced that I have no idea what it is. On January 7th, 2024, I had finished dinner, and at that time, my dog always wants to go out, so I walked out with him. My kind of habit in the evening is just to scan the sky and just look for movement. So I looked off to the southwest. It was dusk, and I could see this bright white light. It was probably up in the sky for a good 2 or 3 seconds before I got my camera out and started to record. Oh my God, I'm actually seeing something. This is happening. I was blown away. I mean, I at that moment in time, I didn't know what to think. As it moved, it slowly grew, and then it expanded out into this ring. It slowed down and then faded, and then it disappeared. There was this progression of thoughts and emotions that I went through. I immediately was in awe. My next thought was, but what if it wasn't real? What if it was just something mundane? If I'm gonna try to get to the bottom of the sighting that I had, I think we should be facts and evidence-based. We gotta be real careful because
So what do you think about that so far?
I think that man seen an alien UFO.
I mean, we're looking at it right here. I mean, we got these, it's like a ring, kind of like ring lights, but
But you know what I noticed? I noticed you see.
yeah, there's also another,
I don't know. Is that something following it,
I'm
or
not sure,
do you think that could be something maybe?
correlating with this.
we could be missing some important evidence simply because we're more prone to the convenient answer. To me, I don't want probably. I want to get to the bottom of it.
Wes, what are you hoping for from our exchange today, first?
I want to know what the truth is. as best as we can figure it out.
Well, Wes, we received your testimony and your video evidence, which Chrissy has reviewed with analysts, and she's going to have some findings to disclose.
Excellent.
West submitted a 67-second-long cell phone video that he recorded on January 7th, 2024, for analysis.
So we look for date, time, and location, photo and video evidence. We cross-checked our flight databases. It showed an aircraft in that area of the time that was traveling at 20,000 feet. But what you saw was unlike an aircraft.
It wasn't a plane for sure. It wasn't anything conventional that I'm used to seeing.
We also looked for mass sightings. And we found a lot of social media coverage.
What is this in the sky?
Oh man, that's crazy.
This is bananas right now.
There was multiple UFO activity reported in North Texas. And there was a whole bunch of media coverage.
Dude freaking out. Go back, bro. Hey, look, he knew, hey, that right there is an act by a man who's been ridiculed, bro.
Multiple UFO
As soon as they're about to tell him, he's
reported in
freaking
North
out. Look at him.
Texas. And there was a whole bunch of media coverage.
Yeah, that's great.
So a lot of people saw that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we cross-checked rocket launch data.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So what we did notice is that SpaceX launch
It's
occurred
always
on January
SpaceX, bro.
7th. That's 4:35 Central Standard Time.
Go Falcon, go, go.
But it occurred an hour and a half before your sighting. The time doesn't match up.
Yeah, that was
Those
confusing, too.
buildups, man.
The
Look at
one
him.
thing, though, that was really interesting, and we were a little bit boggled, was that aura glow that came off it. And we're like, what is that? From further analysis, we did conclude it's a sound barrier compression wave.
When an object passes through the air, it creates a series of pressure waves, similar to the waves created by a boat. These waves travel at the speed of sound, and as the speed increases, the waves are compressed, which appears to be what was captured in West's video.
According to the data, it's SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket booster that was entering the atmosphere. It was a second stage re-entry of SpaceX Falcon 9.
This particular piece of evidence didn't capture a UFO.
Dang. Sorry.
Wait. What do you think about that?
No, it's hard for me to speak on those because that's happened to me before. The last one that I've seen, oh, it was a SpaceX rocket.
Wait, but
it was a SpaceX rocket. So I mean, I don't really.
Did that sit with you?
I would have to do my own research to actually speak on that. I mean, just looking at it, it looked weird, but there is that sound compression, like that boost.
Right.
Which is, kind of telltale for thrusters and stuff like that. So,
but it disappeared in thin air.
I don't know.
It disappeared.
I mean, what do you think, Scotty?
I think that, man. Okay, so when they were showing, the sightings of everybody that saw it, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, it was at different times of the day.
Okay.
So we could probably go back and look at that if you wanted to, but
because look, I'm gonna tell you something. I think it was this one right here. This one. I remember seeing this on YouTube and seeing it on the news, right?
Right.
And I was like, okay, yeah, man, I ain't never seen nothing like that before. That's definitely some type of extraterrestrial shit. But then, if you just kind of look at how it is, they would imagine that, you could speculate that this would be the actual rocket that you can't see
Right.
because it's a late launch, and this the actual burn off trails which you can see.
All right.
So it looks strange, bro.
So let me
Quote, these waves
go
travel
back there.
at the speed of sound,
Okay,
and as
pause
the
it right
speed
there.
increases,
In the picture you showed me, the object was moving forward with the ripples behind it.
Right. And which way do you think this one's moving?
It's still moving forward as if it's going. It's not. It's coming at an angle going up to me. It doesn't look like it's coming down at all. And then when it continues to go forward, the ripples appear in front of it, and then it doesn't even show to have landed or anything.
the
It just
waves are
disappears.
compressed,
See?
which appears to be what was captured in West's video.
Still strange.
Right? So like if you go back to the other one, it makes sense, but everything that one is doing, this one's doing the opposite of, and then it vanishes.
That was entering the atmosphere. It was a second stage re-entry of SpaceX Falcon 9 wave.
When an object passes through the air, it creates a series of pressure waves,
Everything's
similar to the
behind
waves
it.
created
It's
by a
behind
boat. These waves travel at the speed of sound,
This came
and
in
as the
front of
speed
it and
increases, the waves are compressed, which appears to be what was
it opened
captured
up.
in West's video.
Perception is perception is weird too. You ever been driving and look up and the plane is just sitting still?
I've
And
seen
you
that with
almost
a bird before.
yeah, it's like the angle that you're looking at and compared to what's going on, it causes that type of image. I'm not saying that this
Right.
isn't a UFO or this is a thruster on reentry.
What do you guys think? Leave us a comment below.
What else you got? What else you got? Because
These
these are some pretty good clips.
Leave us a comment. Let us know if you believe it to be fact or fiction based on what was given to us on the matter. But yeah,
Set us up.
aliens,
What you got?
aliens,
What you got?
aliens. What do they look like?
Well, we got a bunch of different descriptions.
We got these sightings. We got articles saying that they have these dismangled bodies, and but when you envision an alien, what do you envision an alien to
A
look
common gray.
like?
When I think of an alien, I think of a gray.
A humanoid, or a
Well,
midget?
switch over to the big cam, and I'll show you exactly the general.
Okay.
The general. Scroll up a little bit.
All right.
Just right there to the right. To your right, sir.
This
to your
one?
Right. Yeah.
This is your
Yeah, basically, or more. In that not necessarily just like that, but
yeah. I would maybe agree, and they just come in different shades of color, green, gray.
But then you got like Nordic aliens too. They look like they just look like people with they look like elves from Lord of the Rings.
Nordic?
Yeah, the Nordic aliens, I believe.
Oh, I probably butchered that.
Yeah,
It's a Nordic alien right here.
Mm-hmm.
Would those be like
they come from a certain star system. That's what they say. See right there. If you click that one right there, yeah, that's where I first had seen.
Aren't these like moon children?
Something like that.
That's
bro.
what they call them. Huh?
That image was my first.
I think I've seen this image too.
Mm-hmm.
And they all have this significant hair and eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty freaky right there. They're all tall. They all have great skin. Nordic aliens. Aliens. We're gonna have to talk about that here.
Yeah.
Next go around or something like that.
Is that a go right here where it says Nordic aliens nonfiction? What is this? In the Forbidden Islands of the Gods. Through the Wormhole. Okay. Okay, so this is a book talking about it. All right.
I got a few books. Is it the same person? Oh yeah, it's
the
the same person.
He's got a series. Lars Virgin. No problem.
Alien
Lars.
moon people. Moon children.
Yeah.
Moon children.
What else you got for us?
So UFO sightings are everywhere. There's not one place you are in the world that you haven't seen a sighting or known someone that has history on some type of unidentified flying object or
Can you pull up Aurora, Texas, the Google Maps of the cemetery?
oh yeah,
I think that would be
Google
pretty
Maps of
dope.
the
Yeah,
cemetery.
yeah. Just zoom out that way we can get a little more retrospect of where we actually are in Texas. Because I do believe it's closer to Fort Worth, Dallas area, since it did say what the Dallas Morning News on
Yeah,
that
okay,
article.
so we got Fort Worth,
So it's outside.
Dallas,
It's
right
outside of
outside.
Fort Worth. Okay,
Um,
we're gonna have to get there, get on the scene coverage. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Let's go back up.
and well,
The
the grave has been disturbed, right? Um, which tells me I'm a conspiracist, okay? If if the people say it was there, and then when it came time to go and retrieve it to do some studies, and it was disturbed, and the marker was misplaced,
Yeah, I mean, it happens, bro. It happens.
I mean,
Wonder if we
the
can.
the last video of the guy who claims to have seen a UFO, right?
Right.
It's not secret knowledge that the government had to disclose some information to the masses about the truth about aliens and unidentified objects.
You got it. Go tell us about some of these photos, Scotty, that so I couldn't get like a ground level, 360
Yeah, well,
scan.
this right here, what you guys are seeing,
So this is the place.
this is the place, but they have since
Nah, if you just
they added a
okay. Is that the spot?
this is the spot, but they added a different service, like a placard. Like the
Okay.
town made a placard for it. This is the
I
rock
don't know
that they
what that
put in
is.
in
Is
the
that
place. It
do
was
we know? But do we know that's like the marker though, or is
no,
that just a random rock?
the marker was moved,
Okay.
so it's not in the same place as the said burial of the unidentified pilot, because when it was being excavated to be studied on, it was already tampered with. Like
Right,
somebody
right.
had already been there messing with everything. But since then, this is the marker place. As you can see, no other grass or anything grows around there. People just come and replace the memorial stone.
Okay.
And this is just other pictures of the place
Aurora,
that's at.
so Aurora, Texas.
Oh, look, there it is. You can't see it,
but it's there.
That's the placard right there. I was trying to look for.
So this is like what? So we're in Houston. I'm gonna say like what, 3-4 hours, easy.
You think
4
so?
hours tops to get to Aurora. That way we can start doing some on-site stuff, bro. Because it's all cool to sit here and talk about it, but it's better to get out. That way we can actually look, see what's going on.
Yeah, we should definitely do that. Take weekly dose of weird on a
What y'all think? Just let us
field
know.
trip.
Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the
Take you guys
chat.
on a field trip. Where are we going? Are we going here?
That's where we're going.
We're gonna go there.
Yeah, we can go there. But I really enjoyed what we did today.
Real quick, anybody from Houston, Texas knows of any haunted houses? You guys leave us a comment below. We'll check them out. If anything catches our eye, if we happen to see something, we'll try to work it out for a Halloween event. Haunted spot?
We'll have to see, man. We're creeping up real quick on Halloween.
Haunted spot, maybe. Or it doesn't even have to be for Halloween, but it could be just something we can try in the immediate area. What's that big old white house on It's on the corner of I believe it's like a Gessner and Beach. It's like a White House. Anybody from Southwest Side, big old White House has been vacant for years.
I'm not familiar with it, bro.
Sits on the corner. Y'all let me know if y'all know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. That house gives me the creeps. It's been there since I was little. I don't know how long it's been there.
Right.
Find out what that house is. You'll know what I'm talking. You've seen that house before.
I could probably find it.
Yeah, that house is. I wonder who owns it. I wonder who owns that house.
Who knows?
Because it's been sitting there, bro.
That house really bother you?
It does. It does. We're gonna have to talk. I'm gonna have to figure out what that house is. We're gonna talk about it. But aliens, real, not real, figment of imagination. I don't know.
More so this incident, you know. What are y'all opinions on this incident in particular?
Yeah, the Aurora. Do you
The
think
ones
it
that we
actually?
looked at.
Do you think it actually happened, or do you think
And the
it,
SpaceX thruster. How does
yeah.
that sit with y'all?
How does that sit with you guys? Do you think he actually saw something, or was it just some spew that they made up so they wouldn't go investigate? Because you know that's what they do. They'll give you something to throw you off. Yeah, you can't trust everything. That's it for us, guys. Thank you for tuning in, joining in. Tune in. Till then, we'll catch you later.
Peace.